All right, one of my favorite records, I must say. Trust me, Camido Magics. We're taking it slow. God gracious. That's why I say African music is definitely taking over the world because at the moment, I can tell you, we have a place at the Grammys. So, as an African budding artist, A-lister, trender, you can actually apply to be considered for the Grammys. So you can actually get a plaque. You get to be called on the stage. Oh, the Grammy Award winner for the International ABC. And then there you go. Burna Boy has set the pace to be, the contemporary artist from Africa to win the Grammys. And this is a potential record as well. Welcome. It's the Africa Daily Show. But this was a special edition. I'm telling you, I am Barry seated here. And I'm going to be having a conversation with students from Savannah International Academy. It's a private co-educational institution of international standard located in Tamale. They don't say Tamale. It's Tamale. That's how they say it. It's in the northern region of Ghana here. And I'm privileged enough to have them right here with me. There's a lot of conversation. I'm in places diversified conversation that we're going to be having today with a mixture of the new students, the old folks, and those in between right here with me. Technically, we've got Emmanuel on the camera. Victor got the switching, and we're good to go. It's our story, our growth, our future. I'm welcoming Mandea and remind me please. Amy, right? The seated in front of me. She's looking good with hair. Is that a deliberate style? Okay, what do you call that?
I don't know.
You don't know? God. Okay. I bet the lady who did it would be like, why didn't she ask me? But anyway, Mandea is all with a hijab and the glasses, looking good as well. That's that of course the outfit represents a Muslim lady.
Yes.
You're a Muslim.
Yes.
Okay, great. Welcome to Africa Global Radio.
Thank you. Very
Is this
much.
your first time here?
Yes, it is.
This is your first time. Right. It's good to have you. How's the experience? How are you feeling?
I'm excited.
You're excited?
Yes.
Wow, what about you?
Me too.
You're excited. Doesn't sound in your voice though.
Cold.
Oh, you have a cold. Sorry about that. I'm gonna speak loud now. Savannah International Academy. I've heard about it. I've been part of it, and I want you to talk to me about the experience. Let me start with you. First of all, mention the full name. I'm in love with Mandea name.
Okay.
Thing. But
My name is Amna Mandea Abdul Halim.
Amna Mandea Abdul Halim.
Yes.
Great. So you've been at SIA for how many years now?
Since 2018, so I think that's 5.
Okay. 2018.
Yes.
5 years.
Yeah, from the beginning.
From the beginning. So you're one of the pioneers.
Yes,
The
please.
oldies, the old folk, the OGs of the house. How has the experience at Savannah been?
Well, I'm not being biased, but I must say it's the best school I've ever attended in the north.
Wow.
I'm not bashing the other schools, but Savannah.
Everybody needs to be proud about where they attended.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Let it
Savannah
flow.
really set the standard.
Mm.
Like when I went to Savannah International, all the teachers there, the way they taught, the style with which they taught, how they related with the students was so different.
Right.
In my former school, you can barely joke or talk with a teacher. But in Savannah, you are free to talk with a teacher.
Right.
And that even makes learning very, very easy. Because if you know that, okay, if I have a problem, this teacher, I'm really free with him or her. So I can go and talk to them about whether issues concerning my education or even personal issues.
Right.
So that's just one thing that really stands
It's
out.
an easy-going environment.
And also, when I went to Savannah, they took us on a lot of field trips. My former school, they rarely did that.
So this is like an advanced form of education.
Yes. Exactly.
And I believe it has been of a great, add-on to whatever you've learned over the years.
Yes.
Super. What about you, Amy?
So, I started SIA last 2 years.
Last 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So what are the classes like? I'm sure it has an international standard. So what level are you on right now?
finished year 8.
Year 8.
Yes.
Year 8. Wow. And where are you headed now?
Year 9.
Year 9. Okay. Right. Tell me.
So, ever since I came to SIA, I've always been an extrovert, but I've become more confident, and it has increased my expectations for myself.
Right.
And I would agree with Mandela when I say communication, especially with staff and students, is exceptional. You become friends with the teachers to the extent that you're not afraid, you're not shy to go and speak to them. It's a friendly environment.
Right.
SIA is basically a family.
Wow.
And
wow.
I'm not saying it because it's written in the books or something that I'm saying it from experience.
Right.
Once you get to SIA and the communication style, the interaction, you feel comfortable at once. You feel comfortable. You're in a good place. The energy is good.
Wow, so. I love it. The energy is good. Nice one. And I love the fact that you mentioned family, because when you see yourself belonging to a group of people as one of them, not he's this and we're here, because as you mentioned, but in different educational setting is I am here and you are here.
Yes.
You speak to me, you look down. You don't even look at my eyes, right? But all of these are elements of interaction, because when you talk, you need to pay attention to whoever is speaking to you. So if you're able, or SIA and environment is able to propagate that to enable teaching and learning, finesse, top notch. I think I may, if I come back again on this earth, please, I'd like to enroll. Wow. So it means that 5 years, are you headed towards graduation, or is this a final year, or you have some more years to go?
So I just completed year 12.
Year 12?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm moving to year 13, which is our final year in the A-levels.
So how does it work? You start from year 1 to 13?
Well, there is like the nursery level.
Okay.
However, I joined the school in grade 8.
Grade 8?
Yes.
Right.
So we are completing next year, and after next year, we go to university.
Wow. And university, I mean, obviously, you have great educational experience. The standard is definitely there. There's the integration of international curricula as well. All of that. What are you looking to do? Go out, just continue study Africa, or you just want to explore the world because you have the basics, if you ask me.
Yes, I am contemplating as to whether I want to go outside to study or not. However, I do want to go outside because I've been here basically all my life. But I'll make one thing a fact.
Right.
Whenever I go out, I have no plans of staying there.
You want to come back?
Yes, yeah, I definitely want to come back.
Definitely.
Especially when I look at the north, I see so much potential.
Wow.
And I'm like, I just feel like Mr. Adia started SIU so that the students there would make Tamale, well, I cannot say Tamale will reach where Accra is in like 5 years.
Yeah.
But I believe that the students in Savannah International Academy would make tourists or people who come from outside Ghana, they look at Tamale and be like, wow, is this the capital?
Exactly. Yeah. It will bring a certain sense of, different vibe.
Yes.
Into the region. I totally agree with you. And the basis of Savannah is pro-African. We're here to train the next leaders. I was here when, PLO, Lumumba came.
Yes.
And this is a man who instigates, pro-Africanism into you. You need to grow. You need to learn. You have the potential. If they can make it, you can make it. Some of the greatest things that happened in the world was done by Africans, only because of the fact that they were not known. So, Amy, you still have more years to go, right? But the experience is still, I believe there's more experiences for you to experience at Savannah International Academy as well, right? All right. Thank you very much. And we will come back again, but we're going around because there's more of you so we can interact with you again. But any final words you want to say to anyone, because this is a global audience. People are listening all over the world. Final words from you. Let me start with you, Amy.
So, Final words.
Yeah, tell them something. I mean, you're a student, a proud student of Savannah International Academy. So I mean, talk to someone listening to you in, let's say, Botswana, South Africa, the US.
So I'd say that if you're looking for a place that your child will feel comfortable, confident, they would start to expect more for themselves.
Right.
They're ready to give out to the community, build like integrity.
Right.
SIA is the right place for them to go.
Right.
Because even though there's a lot of diversity, there's easy communication, easy interaction.
Yeah.
It's just a vibrant and good, energetic place to
All
be.
right. Okay. Medea?
So my final words are the students of SIA, the youth of Ghana, the youth of Africa would make Africa great one day.
Wow. Amazing.
Greater than it is already.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're circling back with a musical interlude. When we bounce back, we have another set so we can continue with the conversation right here. As SIA, Savannah International Academy, the students are here so we can continue with conversations. Don't go anywhere. In the meantime, let's have a beautiful record by Burna Boy. It's Last.
Last.
Okay, Burna Boy right there. Last. One of the best records ever from the camp of the man Burna. You like Burna Boy? You know what Burna Boy is? Really? Come close to the mic. I can't hear you. All right. You like Burna Boy? Kind of. Okay. Do you listen to music? What kind of music do you like?
I'm more like Afrobeats, rap.
Afrobeat rap. Okay. All right. What about you? You listen to music?
Yes.
What kind of music?
I don't really have a type of music.
Good music generally.
Yes.
If it's pleasing to the hearing.
I'll pick a specific genre. I'll say rap.
Rap. You look like a rapper already, man. Yeah. Ever tried rapping? Or you're the hippie guy in school. Are you? You look like it. I mean, when I was your age, I'm sure. I mean, I was the guy who every time just
It depends on what people think.
Charlie, yeah. I like the vibe. I mean, all laid cool and all of that. That's nice. What's your name, by the way? James, come closer to the mic, James. I'd like to hear you very well. James, what's your full name?
James Chentwuninai.
Okay, I might find it a bit difficult to mention the last name. Pardon me. I mean, the tongue is not. But you're a native of you're a Dagbani or Gonja or Mampusi? You're a Dagomba. Awum da Dagbali. Oi, naunzugu. What? What? Really? How don't you hear?
Well, mostly in my childhood.
Okay.
People learn languages as they grow up.
Okay. Well, you didn't grow up in Tamale?
I grew up in Tamale, but I spent most of my time indoors.
Ah.
I barely went out.
Okay. All
The
right.
only time I went out was school, church, and then
Wow.
come back.
Interesting. What about you, gentleman?
Well,
What's your name, first of all?
Roshan Montia.
Rushan Montia. Rushan. I said earlier that your name sounded Indian.
I know. I don't know whether my parents finished watching a Bollywood movie and named me, or they just thought of it out of their life.
But it's a beautiful name, Rushan.
Well,
And you're a native, you're a Dagomba as well?
no, I'm a Sisala, but
As-
my mom's a doctor.
Okay, so do you speak any of them, the local languages, Sisala or Dagbani?
No, my dad
No.
doesn't speak. My mom speaks, but kind of like James, I was an indoor child.
Okay.
So I rarely went out, and I was born in Accra, so I
Ah.
didn't see the north until later in my life
Wow.
when we moved to Tamale.
Okay. Interesting. So what's the experience? I mean, how do you see yourself as a northerner? Because sometimes you hear that, nothing is happening in the north. I mean, when I was in Accra before I got to the north, like 2013, like, wait, what did they go do for the north? What are you going to do at the north? But the north built me into who I am today, because everything I learned about broadcasting, radio, blah, 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 I learned the theory here, but I learned the practical stuff in Tamale. So I came back to Accra, a prepared meal, ready to be, executed. But how do you feel being a northerner?
I feel proud, let me see that.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually what people think when they think about the North, the first thing they don't really see it as a place that is developed or
Right.
something that is better. But I believe that even if we are not exactly the best, but we are going there.
Right.
Going there.
You're getting there.
Yes. We are getting developed. And I feel like we have the potential, like my schoolmate said earlier. The North has the potential to grow.
Right.
We can become better. If not the best, but
amazing. What about you, brother?
I think like the North has been really like welcoming to me because I spent most of my life in Accra. I came to Tamale when I was 6. I came in 2016.
Okay.
It's been so welcoming. Everybody's been so nice to me. I got used to. After a while, it took me a while to get used to the heat.
Yeah, me too. Trust me. I came during the Hamatan season though, so every day was boiling water for me, man. It's like, yo, you just got to boil the water, man. Oh, right. So you've lived in Accra before going to Tamale. You've lived your life entirely in the northern region, right? But before that, before the establishment of Savannah International Academy, the crop of other institutions, from economics to social to government and everything. I mean, did you see Tamale getting to this level in terms of education or North generally?
Yes, I did. Because one of the first schools I went to was SOS, Tamale.
Yeah.
And we used to really like the SOS Tema. They told us that was the best SOS in Ghana. So we used to really admire it. But then I also looked at SOS, where we were at that time. After leaving it, I realized that a lot of people saw it as a very privileged place. That's what privilege.
That's the standard,
So I just told myself that, looking back at it, I told myself that I really had something. At that age, because I was a child, I might not have noticed it, but now when I look back at it, I say we actually had something.
Wow. So you're proud to have Savannah International Academy in Tamale right now, changing the face of education.
And I'm also proud of my past.
Great. What about you, brother?
Having SIE in Tamale is really like helping to bring like development, like helping to put Tamale on the map. Because, like when Professor Lumumba came to Tamale, like there was a whole guard of honor,
right,
coming to greet him and everything.
Right.
It was even on YouTube and all that stuff was on the school socials. It really brought that like Tamale is a place where it's not like the North isn't a place where intellectuals don't hang out and mingle.
Wow. So North, South, you definitely encourage people to come to the North. Investors, academics, people of various background generally. So how do you, every now and then when some people hear about the North, they hear that, it's about fighting, people are fighting and this and that and that. How does that make you feel, and how do you try to change that narrative?
Well, when I think about the North, I'm also not proud of it because I've seen some things like that before.
You mean proud of the whole fighting, yeah.
I'm not happy about that. I've seen it myself.
Right.
In schools, students fighting each other. It's not a good thing. But coming specifically in SI, when I look at SI, even the Northerners in SI, they show some character that gives me hope that maybe one day, as the youth, we are the future of the North.
Yep.
As we grow up, we can spread this feeling of togetherness and happiness. So the violent parts won't really be a way of life anymore. We can promote helping each other to develop the North.
Wow.
Because even though we come from different tribes, we're still all Northerners.
True that.
We're all Ghanaians.
True that.
We have to work together to develop each other. So if you tell me right now that Northerners are violent people, some might agree with you. Even I myself, I might agree with you, but I can tell you that it's not going to be the same.
Super.
It will change.
That's a super one. Thank you very much, James, for that, word of encouragement, and it's very spiritual, very touchy. Thank you very much for that one. Roshan,
So like
I'm sure you've heard of it.
the north, as a region, we know we all have different tribes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes get into petty arguments about stuff like land and chieftaincy.
Yeah.
Like it's even happened in my family myself.
Wow.
One of my uncles is a chief of a village. I can't pronounce the name.
No, don't worry about that.
The name
Yeah,
there
don't worry about that.
It's something I can't pronounce. So his brother, he was the younger brother. He had an elder brother, but his father decided to give the chieftaincy to him because he thought him as the more responsible one.
Right.
But like because in the north it's like patrilineal thing.
Yeah.
So he felt like no, his father should give it to him.
Yeah, because he's the eldest. Yeah.
And so it broke out a huge fight because of like that. So my uncle has basically distanced himself from his brother. They don't talk that much.
And that ain't good. That ain't good for the unity of the family. But that can change.
It can change.
That can change. Right.
Because like in SIE, like all the northerners is like one big
Family.
north community. Like we're all, whether we're Sisalas, whether we're Mamprusis, whether we're Dagungas, we all talk.
There's
like
that sense of unison. Right. It's great. I mean, I love the enthusiasm that you've experienced, you've shared in terms of, how the North can transform, because it is like two different countries, the North and the South. It's like Upper Ghana and Lower Ghana. And this is where everything happens and everything. But it's good that you've shed light on these things and demonstrated how it can change over time, right? James, help me with the last name again.
Nai.
James Nai, for short.
Yes.
Just the last name, right?
A chant when he said Aboma name, so
Uh,
don't pronounce it.
James Nai. That's cool. And Roshan Montia. Yeah, the man with the Indian name. Thank you so much for your shared experience about how, the North and the South definitely were one people. It's just about the perception, right? But that needs to change over time. And clearly, you people are ambassadors of that change. And we respect that so very much. Thank you very much for coming. And we're looking forward to having a conversation with you again. Okay, we're still here having conversations. And the next barge that will be coming on, we're talking about a certain program that they're here to join when it comes to national or worldly matter. I'm talking about the United Nations. We're going to be circulating in a bit to talk about that with the next two students from SIA. So we'll do that in a bit right here. I am Barry, and I'm having conversations with students from Savannah International Academy in the northern region of Ghana. Two of them are seated with me. I have already had, talks with the first four of them, and they've shared, interesting, experiences about, experience in school at Savannah International Academy. And of course, what is it like to be a Northerner, and, the perception about Northerners, and how that is changing, of course, with the help of Savannah International Academy. I have another 2 set here, and they will be telling me about the conference that all of them are here in Accra to participate in. And please, lady and gentleman, if you do me the honors by introducing yourself to me, myself, and I, and of course your audience. Let me start with you. No, let me start with the ladies. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, lady.
My name is Maltiti Abdul Halim.
Maltiti Abdul Halim. Okay, and Chief, what about you?
I am Jeffrey Osu.
Jeffrey Osu. Okay, welcome to Africa Global Radio. Is this your first time here?
Yes.
Okay, right. Students of Savannah International Academy. Year what?
I'm in year 12.
Year 12. So almost finishing.
Yeah.
So you're also one of the OGs. What about you?
I'm in year 9.
Year 9. Okay. So you're here for to take part in the United Nations program. First of all, tell us what this program is about.
So basically, it's more of a simulation of the actual UN meeting.
Okay.
Where we are representing various countries around the globe as delegates. We are discussing certain issues that have been planned by the Ghana International Model United Nations organization.
Okay.
They are responsible for gathering youth
Okay.
from various schools across Ghana to come together and, discuss global issues that are happening and find resolutions, just like our world leaders do when they go to the actual
conferences and all of that.
Right.
That's a great way to cultivate the habit of having to imbibe the worldly matter into the youth, especially the ones growing up, because every now and then you ask a kid averagely, what do you know about climate change? I don't know. It's raining. It's climate change. It's about to rain or it's sunshine. But the climate or environmental matters is of serious, it's something that they take very, very high in terms of, seriousness, right? Because you go out there, it's all about global warming. The glaciers are melting up north and all of that stuff. So, and rivers, water bodies are being polluted. So these are matters of very, very important, discussion to make. And talking about the fact that you guys are going to be like representing. So who's going to be who's going to be representing Antonio Gutierrez? Is it you? Are you going to be like the Secretary General? But Maltiti, you're also going to be part of this program.
Yeah.
So which country would you be representing?
I'm the delegate for Australia.
Australia. Have you learned anything about Australia? What do you know about Australia? Just tell me one thing you know about Australia.
I know that it's as big as a continent.
Okay, it is actually a continent, more or less, like, somewhat, right? Okay, what else? Kangaroos. Kangaroos is something that's very peculiar to Australia, right? I mean, right? Have you seen a kangaroo before? You've seen it? No, you've not. All right, when you go to Australia, you see it. I'm sure when they're doing the simulation, they'll show you some kangaroos. What about you? What country are you representing?
I'm the delegate of France.
France.
Yeah.
What do you know about France?
Well, for instance, I know popular football players that hail from France.
Ah, yeah. Right. Okay. Of course, when you mention France, you can mention popular football players. Okay. What about, and there's something that's very popular about France that maybe out of the blue you should be able to mention.
Well, it's the tourist side.
The Eiffel Tower. That's exactly what I'm looking forward to seeing. Yeah. Thank you very much for that one. But what are the benefits, if you want to highlight a few, partaking in this particular conference?
At first, I never actually heard of it. Like, not even small. But with the help of SIA, we got to know that there's something called Model UN.
Model UN. All right. Tell us about, what is it about briefly?
It's about gathering ideas or solutions
right.
of actual real problems of the country then you come and present it.
Mm.
If it's good, they might actually send it to the real
Right.
UN
Mhm.
and it will be implemented.
Right. Right.
And you can get credits for it.
That. Super. So you look for worldly matters, issues affecting the world at large, and then you bring out possible solutions that can handle it. Amazing. How do you see this particular program, and how is it benefiting you as an individual?
Well, I must say, SIA has exposed us to a lot of things.
Right.
This one in particular. Basically, this conference is a pathway to learning about leadership skills, diplomacy, also negotiations. Going there, we have to negotiate with other countries on resolutions and all that.
Yeah.
It also has, it's going to impart on us the awareness of global issues. Just like you stated, the youth of these days are not really keen on what is going on around them.
Yeah.
So this conference is a gateway to exposing youth, not just us, but all the youth around the nation, about what exactly is going on in our country, within our country and outside of our country, and at least call on them to contribute their own ideas on how things can be solved in a particular way.
Super.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add to that?
It's educational.
Educational. Really?
Because my fellow delegates, what they present about their country, I never knew about it. I knew Ghana was suffering from plastic pollution.
Yeah, pollution.
But I never knew it was that bad until they presented about it.
Interesting. It is a mat. It's actually a bone of contention, because every now and then you go to our beaches and all of that stuff. All you see is it keeps getting littered, and people don't care. When it's raining, heyday for people who have actually piled refuse dump in their house for like ages. This is where they dump it into the gutter. And these are actually every now and then. Accra is the capital city, right? But you're in Tamale. Every now and then you see flood. Hardly do you see flood happening in some parts of Tamale, though it happens, but in Accra is like the ish. So when it's about to rain, the meteorological department just goes on TV, hey guys, be careful. And these are all matters that needs to be, constantly re-echoed to, people out there, right? But thank you, for first of all, appreciating the fact, because it's not about just going and sitting and being told what to do, but the fact that you understand the benefit, so that aside the fact that you're modeling, you're mocking, or you're kind of like playing a certain role, that outside this role that I am playing, I can equally play it to make it a reality. So when you go to your various communities, which part of Tamale are you from? Okay, you're not from Tamale.
Well, I was born in...
You were born in Tamale?
Region.
Okay.
But I was raised in Tamale.
In Tamale, so you speak the Bani?
A bit. I'm not fluent.
What about you? You speak the Bani?
Yes.
Okay. I the Bani. I can boom the Bani ma yellow boom ma now my saying, bro. Yeah, you just have to. So it's a good way to also impact these knowledge and whatever you're acquiring to your local communities as well. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. We're looking forward to having a conversation with you again after this whole program and conference. Thank you. All right. We're still ongoing here, having a conversation with students from Savannah International Academy. I'm going to be having another duo here. So we look at the committees that would be, involved in this whole conference that they're going to be having right here. All right. So we're still having conversation about the conference, which is going to be happening right here in Accra. And it's all about the academic simulation program of the United Nations that aims to educate participants about current affairs, topics in international relations, diplomacy, and United Nations agenda. Now, the participants, of course, known as delegates, role play as diplomats representing a country or an international non-governmental organization in a simulated session of a committee of the United Nations. So we're going to be talking about the committees right here. Who do I have the privilege of talking to? Mrs. and Mrs. So ladies and ladies. I don't get to say gentlemen this time, right? Okay. So who do I start with? A or B? Why are you pointing at? I'm starting with you. Yes, you. What's your name?
Iman.
Iman. Okay, good name. Iman what?
Abdul Halim.
Abdul
Halim.
Halim. All right. What about you? lady?
Eva.
Eva what?
Isa.
Okay, so you guys will be telling me about the various committees that would be, that are actually part of this whole conference. So let me start with you, Iman. Yeah.
There are two committees.
Okay.
At this year's United Nations conference.
Just two committees.
Yes.
Okay.
The World Health Organization and the United Nations Environment Program.
Okay, that UNEP. Okay, all right.
So I'm going to be talking about UNEP.
UNEP. Just give me an idea of what you'll be talking about. An idea.
Just about the committee.
Okay, so when you get there, do you have an idea of what do you intend to talk about? Is it the environment? What exactly?
Yes. So the theme of the United Nations Environment Program is plastic pollution. Discussing the effects of plastic pollution.
Okay, all right.
So I'm going to be talking about the whole United Nations Environment Program Committee.
Okay, all right. That's a good one. Eva, what about you?
I'm going to be talking about the WHO, World Health Organization.
Okay, you'll be speaking on the WHO. Okay, and what aspect of the health organization would you be talking about?
Infectious diseases.
Okay, infectious diseases. Right. But do you have any idea of diseases that are infectious? Out of the blue?
COVID.
Definitely COVID. That's a cheap one. A low-hanging fruit, isn't it? That's a good one. I would go in for COVID if I was you. No doubt. It doesn't matter. But I mean, pollution has been something that's very problematic in our communities, societies, and everything. Have you had any have you, out of the blue, out of your own ordinary self, you feel like we're actually polluting our environment and it could really affect us?
Yeah. Sometimes when I enter like yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The tricycle in Tamale. Yellow. Okay,
That's
yeah.
what we call it. So whenever I enter it and I see people like just throwing stuff out of it when it's moving,
yeah,
I'm really like
saddened.
It's heartbreaking.
Wow.
Because
do you make any efforts to try to like how do you say that in Dagbani? It's not good. Debi viela. Oh, yellow wula. Oh, debi viela. Anyway, and of course, you'll be speaking on health, right? And how the world can, are you looking to see the reduction of what diseases, how transmissible it can be, things that can be done to prevent them? Is that what we're going to be looking at from your end?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear you. Is that how you speak? Or you're shy of the microphone? Huh? This is your first time in front of a microphone, right? It's the first time. And you'll be going to the National Assembly. So what if they invite you to the real assembly? What would you do? But anyway, it's fine. So you'll be speaking on the UNEP, right? United Nations Environment what? Program. And you'll be speaking for World Health Organization, infectious diseases, plastic pollution. Great. All right. I'll cut you some slack. So we don't go what if when you go there and you talk about everything, you get back and we can continue. All right. But thank you very much for coming. That's a very interesting area that you guys will be tackling on. Okay. So let's get on again to the next set of badge. And so we can have conversation about the SIA Trust, Savannah International Academy Trust, because it's a good thing, sometimes to have people looking out for other people as well. It's not just about what we benefit, it's about what we can give to our community as well. And that's exactly what the next bunch will be talking about right here. The radio. I am Barry, and I've had interesting, fruitful conversation. Still on doing that with the students from Savannah International Academy in the northern region of Ghana, specifically the capital city of Tamale. And we talked about the experience of Savannah International Academy. I talked about, North and South. Of course, the students really articulated what it is about to be in the North as against being in the South, and the things that are, similar. And being in the North doesn't necessarily mean you cannot do things that people in the South, are doing. You can do it, and there are brilliant minds up there as well. We talked about the conference, the benefits and what it's all about. I mean, young folks, simulating, playing the role of, delegates from different countries representing France, Australia, wherever they want to choose to represent, and talk about worldly matters affecting the world and try to bring about possible solutions as well. And then again, we talked about the committees, which is the World Health Organization, and the UNEP is all about health and environment matters. Now let's get back to Savannah International Academy and talk about benefits of actually having such a an establishment in the northern region of Ghana, of course Ghana at large. I have two gentlemen seated in front of me. What's your name, brother?
I'm Justin Bania.
Justin Bania.
Yes.
Yeah, don't mind me if I mistakenly call you Justin Bieber. You know what I mean? What about you, man?
I'm Zakaria Audu.
Zakaria Audu. It's good to have you guys, man.
Thank you.
Is this your first time here?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Right. First time speaking at a radio station?
Yes.
No.
You know.
Yes.
You first.
Yes.
You've had the experience
Yes,
before. What was
yes.
it like?
The first time my
Tensed.
voice was shaky, but
Jibbity
I'm sure
jibbity.
it's not shaky now.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to say the wrong things.
No.
I get
not
it.
at all.
Yeah, everybody gets that the first time. So welcome. Is this? I believe this is not your first time in Accra. No.
No.
Charlie, they are come Accra. Forget the Accra boys. But let's talk about Savannah International Academy's trust. Who am I starting with?
Okay, I'll go.
Justin, tell me about it.
We live in the world
Mhm.
in general. We live in a place where not everything is the same,
Mm.
and there's imbalance everywhere.
Absolutely.
So we can have the rich and the poor,
Mhm.
but depending on your capacity, on your capability,
Mm.
we all deserve somewhat like some equal opportunity
Mhm.
to be able to attain our heights.
Agreed.
So definitely the rich definitely can pay it off. They
Oh,
can
yeah.
pay. They
Oh,
have the
yeah.
money to do that. But
Oh,
the
yeah.
poor can't, especially because of the financial
Mhm.
side.
Mhm.
But they have the capability.
Mm.
And I also asked the question that why isn't that so?
Mm.
Because if I have the capability,
Mhm.
but I don't have the financial side,
Right.
still I deserve that opportunity.
True that.
And who knows, maybe my mind is better than yours, or
Mm.
we are the same and we can achieve greater things if we put our heads together.
Together.
So just comparing Accra and Tamale, for example, definitely in terms of infrastructure,
Mhm.
Accra has better infrastructure than Tamale.
Right.
And well, most of the rich, I would say, live in Accra.
Mm-hmm.
But then majority of the
less privileged, the less well-to-do
are
people
are
in the
Tamale.
north. Yeah.
Yes, and that's why SIA was brought to Tamale to bridge that gap.
Right.
Now at SIA, definitely it's a Cambridge system and it's expensive.
True.
So definitely parents will have to put in their best to provide for their kids.
Yeah.
But then if you can't, well, it means that you can't go to that school.
Mhm.
But we both want bright futures. We all want bright futures.
True.
So that's why the SIA Trust was established, to
Right.
be able to bring underprivileged students or children up to that level, up
Right.
to where the rich can pay
Mm.
for us to get the same type of education.
Wow.
I am a beneficiary
Mm.
and I started in 2018.
Okay.
Since I'm in year 12 now.
Okay. So almost
That's
finishing.
Almost finishing.
Right.
Yes, one more to go.
Right.
And I can see that it has helped. It has helped me so much that I can't even express my words for
Wow.
that, because now my parents are relieved.
Mm.
Initially, I attended a private school at
Mhm.
first before I joined SIA, but
Mhm.
it wasn't as expensive as how SIA was. So, well, my parents managed it. They struggled, but looking at what SIA is offering, it would have been like impossible for them to do that.
Right.
So we heard about the trust. They applied for it. Well, it was on my side that I got accepted onto
Wow.
it, and I can see that it has really impacted my education, because right now I can focus. I don't have to worry about my fees, and then saying that, okay, my parents haven't paid, so I can't go to class, and then
Right.
even when you're in class, you'll be like, oh, my friends have paid, you're having a good time, but I can't. I'm having a moody day and stuff like that. So
All you
now,
have to do is study.
just study and know that
Right.
everything is in place for you.
Right.
Putting your best in. That's enough.
Great one. That's a very inspirational one, and I must say thumbs up to Savannah International Academy for bringing in such, an opportunity for the less privileged as well.
Yes.
Zakaria, I want to believe you're also a beneficiary of that.
Yes, please.
Mm.
Okay, so to begin with, actually, I'm from Accra.
Oh, from Accra.
Yes, please.
Mm.
I went to Tamale in 2018.
Okay.
That's when SI Trust was the SIA school was
Established.
Yes,
Right.
please. And I'm also a beneficiary of the SI Trust. Actually, a lot of people were asking, why Tamale? Why Tamale? Well, here I am.
Yeah, fast forward, right?
Fast forward, yes. The trust has brought me a lot of, opportunities. Here in SIE, I've been able to improve on my communication skills. Actually, before, I was like, very timid, very shy, and my communication skills were very poor because, like, I had the friends though, but then how to relate with others was difficult. Yes, but now from my experience in SIE, I can say that I would say I'm very good in crowds, but then
I mean, it has elevated you.
Yes, it has elevated
from where you used to
where I
be,
used to
which
be.
is
Thank you.
a significant improvement.
Very much.
Wow.
And also, one reason why I would say I enjoy the SIE Trust is it's in Tamale and I'm from Accra. I moved to Tamale and
to get that personality build up.
And also, because of this SIE Trust, I've now moved to a different location, right? I've gotten used to the environment in Tamale, and I can see I'm now much more connected to Tamale than Accra.
Wow!
But let's not say I'm very connected.
Okay, all right.
But I kind of feel happy being in Tamale because now I've made another family, which we can all depend on each other.
True.
Future.
Interesting. I mean, it's a great thing because it's not just about paying the humongous amounts, the junk fees, and because your child wants to go to the international school, but it's also about the benefit, the trickle effects that it also impacts other people's lives, just like the life of Justin and Zachariah. So I love the fact that, everybody has an equal opportunity to be a part of Savannah International Academy. It's an inspiration because it just goes a long way to tell the young ones out there that you need to learn, regardless of your situation. Don't say, oh, if house money no day, so I wouldn't learn. At the end of the day, you wouldn't know the opportunity that would come your way. Imagine if you weren't fully prepared for such an opportunity. It comes your way, you get it, you apply, and you get turned down. It's because you are not up to the task or you don't qualify. But because you're ready for it, go for the bullseye, and all of a sudden you're there. So there's an opportunity. It's not the end of the road, right? This is an inspiration for me, and I feel like it's just a motivation for anyone listening, and for anyone who has the ability to pay. That person should equally know that it's not just about paying for your child, but what part of your fees can go to do for someone else. That for me is the issue. And thumbs up to Savannah International Academy. I think we need to give them a round of applause in that regard. That's a top one. That's a very top one. But yeah, I think this is where we bring it to a close. But final words to anyone listening globally.
Okay,
yeah.
So before I go there, I would like to say my sincerest thanks. Okay, let me see. On behalf of my colleague, I would like to express our gratitude to the board of trustees, Mrs. Fati Boedu Seidu,
right,
Mr. Kojo Graham and Professor Wayne Dan. We are very thankful for the opportunity you have granted us,
right, and
we'll make sure to to produce the best out of the opportunity you've given us. And also to anyone out there, SIA is a very interesting school,
right?
From my experience, and I believe that when you bring your word, you can attain excellence. Thank you.
Wow.
And to anyone out there who would want to support us, we have our school's website, www.sia.edu.gh.
Okay.
And we have a section for the SIA Trust.
Okay.
So you could log into our school website, and then you can contribute to
helping other less privileged people.
Super. Person.
That's a great appeal. That's a great appeal. Just both of you are final year students, right?
Yes.
Almost final.
Almost.
You started off and you're part of the 9 students,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Pioneers. Yes.
Pioneers. I
Yes.
like the name Pioneers. Wow. And now over 300 students plus.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
How does that make you people feel?
Well,
Just
it just shows that there's growth and
right.
the school is really putting in the best, and parents are actually realizing that the school has the potential and there's a lot they can extract from the school. So
Right.
why not? I mean, over 5 years, it's enough time for schools to grow.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
it's a good thing, and I'm really happy about that.
And producing change makers
Yes,
into the
exactly.
society.
Yes.
Final words from you, Justin.
Well, I would say that you can reach whatever height you want to,
Right.
depending on who you are.
Right.
But I'll just say that just make sure you're prepared, and wherever you want to go, you can go there, no matter your background.
Okay.
And if you want quality education, you should come to SIA.
Okay.
Just apply and apply for the trust, and I'm sure you would have an opportunity.
Yes. Just the way you had.
Yes.
Thank you, gentlemen. Zakaria Awudu and Justin
Bania.
Yes. You're a native of
Okay. Well, I'll take this. I'm from the Upper West region.
Yeah, but why did it take you so long to say?
There's different.
Wale or Dagati?
No, I'm a Sisala.
Sisala.
Yes.
So you should have gone straight to the market.
No, because I was born somewhere else.
It doesn't matter, man.
But
you're Ghanaian.
But, yes, I'm
You're Ghanaian.
I'm Ghanaian. Yes.
You're from the Upper West region.
Yes.
Okay, don't worry about it. I mean, yeah, you know what I mean. But what about you?
I'm from Accra.
You're from Accra.
Yes.
Capital boy. Ladies, you could carry last. Anyway, thank you guys for coming. And I say thank you to Savannah International Academy for producing this cohort of students. I mean, you guys are incredible. You guys are amazing. The school has definitely shown that it doesn't matter where you are. What matters is excellence, quality, and of course, looking to bring a brighter future to the world. And Savannah International Academy is definitely doing that. Log on to their website, sia.edu.gh. They're located in Ghana, in the northern region. I mean, they say Savannah, the land is there. So wherever you are, you can just go explore. Brilliant edifice they have over there. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing the new building because I've never been there. But it's a great place. I've seen the image. I've seen everything about it, just super finesse. I am Barry. Thank you for joining us on the special edition of the Africa Lady Show. We're looking forward to having an interaction with the students again after the United Nations conference that they would be embarking upon, which is a simulation model. They're going to be taking place. They're going to be playing a certain role, being an ambassador for that person, delegate for that. And then we'll see how all that goes. Because at the end of the day, we want to have a world that is filled with solution-centered individuals. And that's exactly what we have. God bless you. It's our story, our growth, definitely our future.